Good evening and welcome to NTA Lagos Channel 10 News at 7. I am Victoria Olabode, and with me is Olaoluwa Bayonle for the sign language. On the news, the Minister of State for Health, Dr. Osagie Ehanire, has assured residents that the federal government will continue to ensure that more Nigerians have access to quality basic healthcare services. The Minister of State for Health gave the assurance at a lecture on health at the Lagos State University. Ojo Nusa Osula reports.
World Health Organization defines health as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. The determinants of an individual's health status include income and social status, educational, physical environment, availability of health services, employment and working conditions. The Minister of State for Health, Dr. Osagie Ehanire, talked about what government is doing to improve the health sector and how universal health care can be achieved in the country.
Service to extend service to rural areas, primary health care for universal health coverage, and mobilizing funds to go to finance it. 5.1 billion was released now for primary health care. We are hoping that will increase, but we have to build the personnel to deliver primary health care, build the infrastructure, and build supply chain and the management structure for primary health care.
In order for Nigerians to be of good health, experts say government and well-meaning Nigerians must join hands together to improve the health sector and deliver quality healthcare services to the populace.
Well, they have to continue to invest and fund the health sector. Sustainable funding in the health sector is very important. And indeed, health education, there's need for us to revisit the curriculum as well as the pedagogical approach to teaching the content in health education as indeed other form of education.
Empowerment, education, health, providing health, because they say health is wealth. So if you are healthy, you are more economically productive. So addressing health, addressing education, addressing access to opportunities.
A concerted effort by all areas. We need to improve the planning, then the structure of the education, the facilities for such education, medicine and so on, and put all those together, and then dedication on the part of our workers and so on. And I'm sure we can get it. We are not short of smart people, of brilliant people.
The Minister of State for Health also assured Nigerians that the federal government is working hard towards repositioning the health sector to meet international standards. In Lagos, Nusa Osula, NTA News.
Away from health to entrepreneurship, the federal government has been admonished to introduce e-learning platform to all institutions as a way of encouraging more people to have opportunity to education in the country. The call, according to academic experts, will develop more skills among students. Details in this report.
Academics stressed the significance of e-learning toward building more skills among Nigerian youths, adding that with the way technology is improving across the globe, it is high time for a country like Nigeria to also join the rest of the world in improving its educational standards.
E-learning is the new currency in terms of how people can acquire university degrees today in Nigeria. I want to say that most traditional institutions in Nigeria are limited by what they're doing because of their space. And so the only way they can expand, the only way their business can become scalable is when they introduce e-learning. E-learning does not have any boundary, all right? So it's limitless. Many people in Nigeria are unable to come to traditional schools because of the inconveniences of driving all the way from their homes, the inconveniences of combining that with their work. And so there is need for flexibility, there is need for convenience. And I think e-learning will bring that to the table. I want to encourage every traditional universities to imbibe the culture of e-learning.
The rector of Yaba College of Technology, Engineer Femi Omokungbe, also emphasized the readiness of the federal government in giving opportunity to students to embrace entrepreneurship education across the country.
The government policy also brings about and also recognizes the fact that there is need for entrepreneurship education in all schools, so that whatever students gain will be a value to them, so that in most cases you are an employer, not an employee. I think with this now, the students should just take a chance of this and opportunity and utilize it.
E-learning education platform, apart from making education easier, will also make students become technologically inclined and improve their learning skills. In Lagos, Elijah Vitu, NTA News.
And now to education. The management of the Joint Admission Matriculation Board, JAMB, and that of the West African Examination Council, WAEC, have been urged to address the clash in the dates of the ongoing examinations of the two bodies. A cross-section of students, parents, and other stakeholders made a plea in Lagos. The report. Thousands of students across Nigeria are expected to be affected by the clash in the examination timetable of the West African Senior School Certificate Examination, WASC, conducted by WAEC, and the Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, UTME, conducted by JAMB. WASC timetable, which commenced on the 8th of April, is expected to end on the 31st of May, with many subjects clashing with the date of UTME, which commenced on the 11th of April and will end on the 17th of April. Some parents and students expressed their displeasure about the development.
It depends. Like the UTME exams, they have some are writing from 7 to 9, from 9 to this thing. Then the other exam, they should consider their time when writing the UTME, and they should know if they can stay for the other exam or come for the UTME.
The norms, they are supposed to write JAM before WAEC or WAEC before JAM. So instead of bringing it together, it's not fair. Supposed to put JAM first before the WAEC or WAEC before JAM.
I can't take two exams at the same time, so I'll tell them to postpone one, so I'll be able to focus on my exams.
Maybe that other exam should be shifted because JAM already started today. And apart from that, actually they said the right JAM in February. Later they said March. Then now they are saying April. You can't tell us to move the JAM again for any other reason. No. If they were to shift the JAM, it will really affect people writing WAEC or NECO, because some people are writing WAEC and writing JAM are waiting results.
Yeah, I'm of the opinion that the dates should be separated because there are two qualifying examinations that will lead these children into the higher tertiary institutions. And if there is a way that the timetable is clashing, it means there will be no way for them to use the two exams simultaneously to be able to achieve the aim of getting into the universities of their various choices.
It's better you have your WAEC intact before you can even do JAM. Having scored 200 and 250 in JAM, it does not score anything in WAEC, it does not make any sense. So both of them should iron things out so that it will work out.
If a child has finished WAEC, definitely it should not clash. But because of what parents are doing, so parents should be patient, let those child get to do what they are meant to do at the right time. Finish WAEC, then enroll them for JAM. A coordinator of the Yaba Tech Computer-Based Center, CBT for JAM, urged the two examination bodies to resolve the issue for the sake of the students.
Well, prior to fixing date for examination, the two examination body, if they have envisaged any class, they should have resolved that one within themselves. But for us as a center, I am not aware of any class. I'm just hearing it from you right now. But it's not a problem to us because we have the candidates scheduled for our center coming in to write their exams.
All efforts to get the authorities of WAEC to speak on the matter failed as they declined to comment. In Lagos, Victoria Olabode. To effectively tackle the security challenges currently afflicting Nigeria, the National Task Force on Illegal Importation of Small Arms, Ammunition, Light Weapons, and Pipeline Vandalism in Lagos State has urged Nigerians to immediately desist from all illegal importations of goods and ammunition in the country.
According to security experts, the negative impact of illicit arms trafficking in Nigeria can be said to be the root of insecurity in the country. accounting for increasing violence and mass killings. In March 2018, a security report by the United Nations noted that Nigeria accounts for about 70% of illegal small arms in West Africa. It was also stated in the report that porous borders paves way for free flow of arms in and out of Nigeria. It is said to also contribute to increasing number of violent conflicts, constant human and drug trafficking, which remain a challenge to authorities within and outside Nigeria. The Director General for the Task Force to Combat Illegal Importation of Goods, Small Arms and Ammunition and Light Weapons explained that the high rate of corruption in the country has direct link to the influx of illegal arms and ammunition into the country.
I handed over a trailer load of arms, which we monitored from Ghana to Onitsha. We handed over those arms. With that trailer has Ghanaian number. So we are not to fight anybody, but we are going to fight those who are fighting against Nigeria. Those who are causing problems in Nigeria, we're going to fight them. We are not going to.
The helmsman of the task force maintained that influx of illegal arms, ammunition and other illegal goods has reduced under the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari. In Lagos, Nosa Osula, NTA News.
The need for the genuine interest of the masses in the deliberation and writing of budgets at all levels of government for the masses to enjoy the dividends of democracy has been stressed as the only way to achieve a prosperous nation and even development. This was the consensus of some Lagos residents on the importance of budget to nation's growth. Isa Awesu reports.
A budget is a financial plan for a defined period, often 1 year. It may also include planned sales volumes and revenues, resources quantities, costs and expenses, asset liabilities and cash flows. Companies, governments, families, and other organizations use it to express strategic plans of activities or events in immeasurable terms. Budget in the government cycle determines how the federal, state, and local government share resources and give priority to sectors that need first-hand attention. Respondents speak on the importance of budget. They enjoin the federal and state government to put the interest of the masses in their budget. They also express satisfaction on this year's budget.
All our campaign promises for us to accomplish some of our dreams, for us to ensure that we have at least a legacy that will be sustainable to peoples. That is the reason why we said it's a budget of fulfillment.
That this year budget too will be surely implement.
Including all the civil servants, and he expended so much because he wants continuity of governance.
Federal government under the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari had proposed 8.8 trillion naira for 2019 budget, which the National Assembly is still deliberating on. In Lagos, Isa Awisu, NTA News.
The news will continue after this break. Do stay with us.
Hate speech is not a joke. It incites genocide and crimes against humanity. Most of Africa's civil wars are caused by hate speech from one tribe against another. We don't want it here. The Nigerian government stands firm against hate speech.
I was distressed to notice that some of the comments, especially in the social media, have crossed our national red lines by daring to question our collective existence as a nation. This is a step too far.
One nation bound in freedom, peace and unity.
Nigeria, one nation, one people.
This is a public service announcement brought to you by NTA.
NTA Lagos Channel 10 is back with a bang in monthly birthday party for children. It promises to be fun-filled with lots of side attractions like mascots, games, bouncing castle, dance competitions, artist performances, cutting of birthday cake with celebrities and sharing the experience in your month. Come along with friends, family, and well-wishers to celebrate your birthday at NTA Lagos Channel 10 Tejo Show Yaba, Lagos. Date, Saturday 27 April 2019. Time, 10 a.m. Gate fee, 1,000 naira per child. Venue, NTA Lagos Channel 10 premises Tejo Show Yaba, Lagos. For more inquiries, call 0812-324-5519. Fadeke 0818-161-6136. Wumi 0706-671-4295. April monthly birthday party is going to be an unforgettable experience. Come and have fun.
Thank you for staying with us. You're still watching NTA Lagos Channel 10 News at 7. Now to political inclusiveness. Women, youths, and people living with disabilities who participated in the just concluded elections have been commended for not giving up in their efforts to occupy political offices in the country. Stakeholders at the forum in Lagos stressed the need for inclusiveness in the nation's democracy. The report.
Reflecting on the gains and losses of the just concluded elections, women, youths, and people with disabilities who contested but were not successful were encouraged to keep hope alive. Preparing from now for the 2023 elections was stressed to afford them the opportunity to learn from their mistakes. They were charged to bring in different strategies and mix skills in campaign management.
We are hopeful, and we think that the success and the journey need failure, need mistakes, so that we can do better the next time.
We should begin to consider each other. We should look at how to develop one another. Put envy away. The men have shown us that they are together. What can to come together and make it right?
I was really expecting to see more women won, but that has never come to be, and I was not impressed with what happened to female politicians.
Political parties were also encouraged to facilitate access and support for inclusiveness.
Women went through a lot as candidates. Some of them went through emotional, psychological, and physical violence, and this is an opportunity for them to recount some of those issues as a way of helping in any way to support laws around preventive electoral violence.
I want to encourage every woman, especially, the people who are mostly marginalized are the women and the youths. I want to encourage them to come up. Let them not think that because they failed this time, they will make it the last time. Tomorrow is another day. They will win so long as they remain passionate and committed to their dreams.
Where people will understand the level of or the sense of leadership by taking ownership of leadership in their own country, as well as taking ownership of the political system in the country, and also making the development of the country to a greater height.
Call for inclusiveness has been a global campaign to make political offices and governance accessible for all. In Lagos, Ajoke Aremu, NTA News.
Nigerians have been advised to give attention to their eye care to ensure improved vision. Nusa Osula in this special report takes a look at the causes of blindness and visual impairment in the society.
According to a report by the World Health Organization, an estimated 253 million people are blind or visually impaired worldwide, 90% of whom live in low-income and middle-income countries. In Nigeria, approximately 4.25 million adults are blind or visually impaired, with over 80% of the blindness from avoidable causes. Cataract is the most common cause of blindness in Nigeria and is readily treatable by surgery. Refractive errors, which can readily be treated by spectacles, are the most common cause of visual impairments.
When you have problem, you need to visit the hospital and look for an eye unit. It is from there, number one, you should be seen by an ophthalmologist, not other people who call themselves eye doctors. There are so many types of surgeries in the eye. You have glaucoma, you have cataract, you have retinal detachment surgery. So, but when you do some of this surgery, there are certain positions you ask the patient to lie down so that they don't cause problem to the eye. A good example, after glaucoma surgery, by the time they lie on their side, they mistakenly hit the eye. And when they hit the eye, it will cause problem.
We have also been doing eye camps since last 20 years. We screen the patients, and then every year we do cataract surgeries absolutely free of charge. This year also we have been doing the same surgeries in General Hospital, and almost 1,500 people have been operated and they have regained their sight once again.
Other projects also, because we are doing blood donation camps, we are doing this eye surgery camps, we are providing artificial limbs.
Nigerians were also advised to take good care of their eyes and their health in general, as a healthy nation is a wealthy one. In Lagos, Nosa Osula, NTA News.
Still on health, medically everyone is encouraged to take fruits, and this is because of their health benefits. But what happens when the nutritional values and contents have been adulterated by various means of artificial ripening? How healthy are these fruits for human consumption? Are there health implications, and how do consumers differentiate between the natural and those ripened artificially? These are the questions we seek answers to in this report. Felicia Nwosu tells us more.
An apple a day, they say, keeps the doctor away. This popular phrase is a proof that fruits are vital for healthy living and maintenance of the body. Fruits have been recognized as a good source of vitamins and minerals, and for their roles in preventing deficiency of vitamin A and C. People who eat fruits as part of an overall healthy diet generally have reduced risk of chronic diseases. Fruit ripening is a unique aspect of plant development which makes the fruit edible, softer, sweeter, more nutritious and attractive. When they are naturally ripe, they act as cleansers for the body, unlike the artificially ripened ones, which are dangerous to health. Artificial ripening of fruit is done to achieve a faster and more uniformed ripening features at the cost of its nutritional values. Speaking with NTA News, Miracle Ebenezer, a dietitian, sheds more light on what artificial ripening is.
Well, artificial ripening of fruit is using artificial agents other than the normal ripening process, and mostly the agent that is used is calcium carbide, that is a Ca2. Calcium carbide is used to inject into the fruits before shipping them to other countries. They pluck the fruits from the trees half ripe and they inject calcium carbide into the fruit, and it helps to enhance the ripening. So it does it faster than it's supposed to do. If a fruit is supposed to take like maybe a week to ripe, it takes like 3 days or 2 days and it is ripe. That is artificial ripening of fruit.
All that glitters is not good, as fruits that look attractive outside may not be good for the health. So how then can consumers identify or differentiate between the natural from the artificially ripened ones? Lagos residents share how they differentiate the two.
When you take natural fruit, it refreshes your system compared to artificial.
Some fruits can be ripe, you see it will be fresh, but eating that particular fruit, you find out that it's not sweet enough.
I know that some people, they add carbide on their fruit so that the fruit will ripe quick.
I used to check on the color, then sometimes when you hold it, some will be very soft. That is the one that has overripe.
The dietitian also speaks further on the effects of the artificial content on the fruits.
It reduces the bioavailability and it reduces the efficiency of that nutrient after the calcium carbide has been added to the fruit.
Are there health implications as a result of this?
Well, the implications of calcium carbide is that could lead to either cerebral edema, that is swelling of the brain. It is also alkaline in nature, so when it gets into the tummy, it makes the tummy corrosive and it might lead to irritability of the bowels.
He advised that people should embrace the habit of eating natural fruits in their own interest. In Lagos, Felicia Nwosu, NTA News.
Please check your fruits well before you consume. That report ends the news. Thank you for watching NTA Lagos Channel 10. I am Victoria Olabode. Good evening.
Dear viewers and listeners, we welcome you once again to the Lenten Talks of Diocese of Lagos Mainland. I am the Reverend Jude Onweringo. Let us pray. Father, we thank you for this opportunity you have given us to be alive today. We ask that your word, which we hear now, will bring out your desire in our life. This we pray through Christ our Lord. Amen. Today we are considering